I'm going to make the adult macaroni and cheese. So previously I made the macaroni and cheese for kids. Oh, that's back to front when you put it up there. So yeah, so macaroni and cheese for kids, and I put it in containers. So I do the same thing for adults. So I've got a bowl here, and to save on washing up, I'm using the same bowls I use for the kids. All right, and so in goes the rest of the pasta. So this is the adult macaroni and cheese. And the thing is, with the adult macaroni and cheese, you just add nicer cheese, basically. So I've got 150 grams of cheese, and I've got Parmesan and provolone and massara, but you can use, you know, you can make gorgonzola, or, you know, blue cheese, or Mersey Valley, or any sort of cheese, Gouda, lots of different, but just put in a couple of different flavours. So for the adult one, I'm just going to put all that cheese in there, mix that up. But what I'm also going to do is going to put some onion in. Now, the easiest way to put onion in raw is to grate it. So careful of your eyes. So if you don't look at it, then you're less likely to cry, because there's lots of juice coming up this. And so when you put it in the oven to cook, it cooks. But if you cut it up, you sort of get bits. So that's almost the whole onion. So I'm going to put that in there. My little scraper. I know that sometimes my head's not in the photo, but, you know, I'm just doing this on my Mac at home because I can. Alrighty, so now what have I done? I put the macaroni. This is the other half of the macaroni. I cooked 500 grams, a whole packet of macaroni. Well, it was actually, these are shells. And so, yeah, I'm just going to mix that around so the onion doesn't clump. All right. Yum. Oh, now I'm going to put the rest of the other half of the batch of macaroni and cheese. Now, earlier I made the white sauce, which is the basis for this adult macaroni and cheese. So you can look at one of my earlier YouTube clips for that. All right. So this is really, really thick. And I prefer to have thick white sauce, because you can always make it thin, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put a little bit of milk in. So, yep, straight out of the fridge. So I use organic milk. This is actually all, I've used organic cheese for the most part. See, just put a little, it just loosens it up a little bit. Alright, so as a part of the adult macaroni and cheese, I am going to add some oh no, that's for the other recipe. I'm going to add some smoked paprika. Alright, so this makes it really nice. So I'm just going to do about a teaspoon, maybe two teaspoons, and it just gives it that really yummy smoky flavour. Now, the reason why I'm not putting vegetables in the adult one is because we can make our own. You know, we can have macaroni and cheese and a salad. But, you know, if you want to, you can put some mushrooms in. You can put some tomatoes in. But you know what? I just really like it like this. Now, I haven't put any salt or pepper in yet. I'll always try when I'm making things like this to do that last, because you've got all these flavours in here. Okay, new spoon. Oh, seriously, just that little bit of smoky paprika. I can taste the raw garlic. Sorry, raw onion. So when that cooks, it's going to be fine. But where's my tea towel? So it doesn't need any pepper, but it does need a little bit of salt. So just a teaspoon. I just do a generous pinch, that's all. And then we're done. And so, because this is the adult one, I'm going to keep this in my freezer. So good. Alright, so there we go. I've got so much meat in here in this tiny little space. Alright, so same thing as the macaroni and cheese for adults. Oh, I didn't turn that on. Same thing as the macaroni and cheese for kids. In the oven, 180 degrees Celsius, until the cheese starts to bubble. You know, it's really not that hard. And so, in the space of however long it's taken, I think it's been about half an hour, excuse me, it's been about half an hour, I have made one macaroni and cheese for kids for the freezer, which would probably feed about 3 kids. Depends how big your kids are and how much they eat. I've made a macaroni and cheese for the oven to give to my friend Tanya, and then I'm going to make some adult macaroni and cheeses to put in the freezer. So, you know, that I probably have spent, using all organic produce, I've probably spent around about $10. I'll sit down and work it out later. But, you know, it's not hard to feed a family really quite cheaply. And when you make something, don't make one batch, make a big batch so it goes in the freezer. So when you're really busy, you can still eat well on a budget. And so I'm in the middle of writing it's going to be an ebook. It's called How to Save Up to $100 a Week on Your Grocery Bill. Excuse me. So the other thing I do is sing, but I was going to do some of that today while I was making food, but my voice sounds really funny today. So yeah, because, you know, white sauce makes me think of Christmas. I don't know why, but every time I think of white sauce, I think of I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. So yeah, but I don't know, it's got nothing to do with macaroni and cheese. I should sing the Macarena, but I don't really know that very well. Alright, so I have my Provolone Dolce. So I'm putting a bit of on each of those, and a bit of mozzarella, and Bob's your uncle. I have made out of 500 grams of pasta, I have made 1, 2, 3, 4 macaroni and cheeses, and one for dinner for a friend tonight who is a family of 4 or 5. So that'll be enough for them. I might give them one of the adult ones to have a try. Alrighty, so I'm just putting here, I'll turn that down. I'm just putting a little bit of mozzarella on there. And see, a very, very, very cost-effective meal and much cheaper than what you buy in a packet. And yes, it does take a little bit more time, but it tastes so much better than the packet stuff that it's worth it. And in the end, it's actually cheaper because you spend about $10 and you get 4 meals rather than $4 for one little packet. Okay, so I will see you next time.